Hello dear listener, hello dear viewer. My name is Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe. I'm coming to you straight from Mahumalebe, otherwise known as Samani. This is our Cattlepost. I'm going to give you top 10 nuggets of wisdom on why the Cattlepost or Moraka is so important to a Motswana, especially a Motswana male. Quite often I think we've encountered situations where our significant others, maybe husbands, maybe boyfriends, are always going to Moraka. So I thought I should take time out while I'm at Moraka myself to give you the top 10 nuggets of wisdom as to my take on why the Moraka or the Cattlepost is so important to a Motswana male. One, it connects us to our roots. We know that our fathers and our grandfathers throughout the millennia, going back many years, have always come to the Cattlepost. So it's a way of reconnecting with our roots, and it reinforces those roots, as it were. Number two, it affords us an opportunities to excuse, it affords us a great excuse, put it that way, to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city so that we can engage in self-introspection and in a bit of relaxation. So it serves a very good function in that sense. Three, for some, it is a hugely lucrative undertaking. We know that unlike me here, I'm a small holder by comparison, but there are some people in Khansi and other areas who are full-time commercial farmers. We do have Moraka multimillionaires, and we do have very successful people who are involved in cattle ranching and cattle farming. So it can be a very lucrative and a very successful way of making a living if you do it full-time. Even people from my profession, I'm a lawyer in terms of my original background. I know some who are very successful. I won't mention any names in terms of cattle farming. Number four, even where there is no discernible economic benefit, the benefits of keeping up with Moraka in terms of relaxation, some of the ones I've mentioned and some of the ones I'm going to mention just now, far outweigh any perceived disadvantages, or one such disadvantage is being away from our families for some time. But even on most occasions, we can even involve our families. I've myself come with my family to Moraka once in a while, but they get tired after a little while, so I come on my own most of the time. Number five, you get to enjoy the great outdoors. As you commune with nature, you interact with nature. The birds are singing, the animals are everywhere, the birds are chirping. So when you are going in the bush, you see mibuta, you see discernible, and sometimes you occasionally see a fox. It's very exciting. It's an exciting way of communing with nature and interacting with nature. Number six, you get to cultivate the aspect of social cohesion. What do I mean by that? I mean you get to bond and develop relationships with fellow cattle farmers. By this I'm referring to our neighbors, and there are some that I've known for like donkey's years since I was a child. In my case here in Samani, we have Bomuhulatsi that side, and we have Boramosazula there. Those people, we have made contacts, and there's social cohesion that has developed over the years, and that's one of the huge advantages of going out to Moraka and coming to Moraka. Continuing with the top 10 nuggets of wisdom on why it is so important for a Motswana male to go to Moraka every once in a while, I'm giving you number 7. For those of us who have sons, it minimizes the chances of the embarrassment later in life when we have to look for bolobola or bokhadi for our sons, and we have to go and borrow or go and buy cattle from somebody else. So it ensures that you have your potential lobola available Moraka, and you don't have to go elsewhere to look for it. That's an advantage. Number 8, it enhances cultural connections and induces a sense of pride and well-being in the heart of a Motswana. And you see a Motswana man continually going to Moraka when there doesn't seem to be much profit coming from Moraka or much in terms of income. There's that sense of pride, that sense of self-satisfaction that swells within a Motswana male for going to Moraka. So it's one of those things that it's not always about money. It's about the bigger picture, as it were. Number 9, it promotes and increases our love for animals, especially cattle. Botswana, as you know, is cattle country, with according to statisticians, 3 or 4 beasts for every individual person in terms of the population. So our love for animals, our love for cattle is enhanced by continually going to Moraka. And as you know, BMC, Botswana Meat Commission, was for many years at the center of our economy, which underscores that love that I'm talking to you about for the animals. Number 10, it provides a hedge. This one I think accountants will be very much interested in terms of our investments from a tax point of view. It's a hedge. Going back to the time of, say, QKJ, when he was the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, and then subsequently was the President, he made sure that certain tax benefits are included in our tax code, in our tax law. So there is a tax benefit, and this is something that your accountant can probably elaborate on better than me. So those are the top 10 nuggets of wisdom. But as always, dear listener, dear viewer, I'm going to give you number 11, which is a bonus. One of the huge advantages is that our cattle ranching and our cattle industry used to be a huge engine of growth in terms of our economy, and it can potentially still become that. Even as we grow in terms of the diamond economy, in terms of the tourism economy, what those two are doing to our economy, there's still a huge potential for cattle and for beef farming to be a very important part of the economy. So there goes, dear listener, dear viewer, those are the top 10 nuggets of wisdom, which explains why an average Motswana male like myself and in general are so in love of Moraka, are so crazy about continually going to Moraka, regardless of the economic aspects thereof. Thank you very much. Once again, this is your host, Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe, and if you like our channel, please subscribe, and in any case, like what you're hearing. Thank you so much, dear viewer.